What's up, everybody? Had an awesome PCP movie night tonight. We did the double feature, Batman, and now Batman Returns. All right, everybody. Thanks for checking us out here on Pop Culture Philosophers. We got the gang with us tonight. We watched Batman Returns. I really like this movie. I actually prefer it to the 1989 Batman. Batman Returns, of course, was 1992, directed by Tim Burton, starred Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer. I think this is the best Penguin that has ever been done, and that includes every single comic book out there. Catwoman's story is supremely engaging. I think this movie is just, it's a really good fairy tale, and that's something that Tim Burton's really good at, and I think him basically having carte blanche to do whatever he wanted to in this movie, I think it actually helped the movie and took it to another level, a more fairy tale, fantasy world. But I think it really works for the character. It's my second favorite Christmas movie ever, right next to Gremlins. Speaking of the Gremlins, Jelani, what do you think about Batman Returns on the rewatch?
I'm contrary to what your statements were, because I'm not a fan of Batman Returns. I'm just not. I mean, I like the film. It's a good sequel. It works out well, but the pacing has not worked out as well because you have a third person. It's the Bat, the Cat, and the Penguin. It's a trilogy. It's Trinity, and it's a great story, but it doesn't grip me, and it doesn't keep me like engaged as much as the first movie.
Okay.
I love 89 Batman. It's bam, bam, bam.
So you like it, but not near as much.
Not as much.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of better in the 80s than the 90s, John Halshoe, what you think about this movie?
I love it. I don't know if I love it as much as the 89 Keaton one.
Okay.
But I do love it. They're my two favorite Batman films, Batman and Batman Returns. I'm a big Keaton fan. A great cast. I think they actually balanced having the two villains better than most films. I mean, other films have tried to do the multiple villain thing and have failed. Typically, you do the one villain. I think they balance them okay, especially they got the love interest with Selena Kyle and everything. I love it. I really enjoyed the film, especially the set designs, the set pieces, the atmosphere. Yeah, I really enjoyed the film.
Yeah. Speaking of great atmosphere, Brooks, what do you think about Batman Returns on the rewatch?
It's hard to say if I like, Batman Returns better than Batman. I always kind of thought of them as the same movie in a way because, they had the same Batman. Just different villains, like, they could have been...
Almost like a sequel.
Back to back, yeah. Unlike when they changed up Batman, but... I liked the villains, like Catwoman and Penguin. Catwoman's always very hard, she does bad things, but she's not necessarily a villain, and her and Batman have that complicated relationship,
Okay. I really like those three characters in this movie. You got the Batman, who's, like, right in the middle, right? Or the Batman who's like really good, and then you got Penguin who's pretty much just evil, and then you got Catwoman kind of like in between. And to me, one of the themes in this movie is the outcast of society. Like Batman, Catwoman, and Penguin are outcast to society for similar reasons, but have different results, and it affects them in different ways. Okay, Selena Kyle's kind of like a forgotten nobody in her real life, but she actually becomes someone when she puts on that mask and becomes Catwoman.
And she's murdered.
Penguin is a literal forgotten character, someone just cast off into the sewers in the beginning of the movie, and he really finds himself when he puts on the mask of Oswald Cobblepot. And of course, Bruce Wayne only truly becomes himself when he puts on the mask of Batman. The duality is very present in this movie. They've mentioned it many times, especially the scene at the ball where they're the only characters without their mask on. But I do say that Penguin's mask is Cobblepot, because the Penguin is who he really is.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what happens at the very end of the movie. I like it. I think it's tragic. I think it's beautiful. I think it really says a lot. And I think it's one of the best superhero comic book movies. I think it's one of the best roles for a woman character in any of those movies is Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. I really believe that. So that's what I think about some of the themes. Brooks, what do you think about themes in this movie?
Well, I like especially with Batman, his characters tend to have totems, like, the villain's just a penguin. Kind of like Spider-Man in a way,
Yeah, all of his villains are like the lizard and the octopus.
Yeah, he's the bat, and there's the Catwoman and the Penguin, Killer Croc, various animal-themed villains. And Catwoman's the predator, you know. Like, she's always. You never know which way she's gonna go with Batman. But the Penguin, he's always about coming from nothing to, being the boss.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been a very gangster character.
Yeah. You know, and the true villain in this movie, and if these three characters, and Bruce, Oswald, and Selina, represent the outcasts of society, society itself is represented by Christopher Walken's amazing performance as Max Schreck. Max Schreck, of course, being the actor who portrayed the vampire in the film Nosferatu, and in a very vampire way, Max Schreck's plan is to steal and leech all the power from Gotham. So it's about power and rising to power, and that's what he's trying to use the Penguin for, and even for himself, and to protect himself. So Max Schreck, and is right there, in the middle of these three forces surrounding him. And I think that's just really awesome. John, what do you think about some of the themes in this movie?
I was going to agree with what you said earlier, duality, and you've got what people see and how they really are. And obviously, at least Bruce Wayne as Batman, people don't know it's him, but he gets to be himself as Batman.
Right.
And then same with Catwoman. And I also love the part where they actually realize who each other or their secret identities at the ball.
Yeah.
She's like, do we have to start fighting now?
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, you really do see that. I think a lot of people are that way, man. They have different. I mean, look at how many people have put on a different face when they go to work or with their loved ones versus with their friends, etc. So I think everybody has that, and you see that more.
And that harkens back to the totem aspect that Brooks brought up, because like Ancient Man, for instance, always put a lot of his personality into animals and a lot of animals' personality into him and related themselves. That's where spirit animals and that kind of ideology kind of comes from. So we really kind of like the movie. Some of us don't think it's as good as the 89 Batman. Some of us think it's superior to the 89 Batman. Nevertheless, we really like this movie. Has very endearing and brilliant performances from all involved. It's a great vision and probably one of Tim Burton's best films. Definitely one of his best Christmas films, right? I would say. Anyway, on behalf of everybody here at Pop Culture Philosophers, thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you like the video, tell us what you like. Tell us what you think of Batman Returns. What do you like better, 89 or Batman Returns? Let us know in the comments below. Keep checking back for more videos. Check out podcasts and more at popculturephilosophers.com. And we'll catch you next time. And remember, if you really want to know what your movie says to you, you gotta do one thing, my friend. You gotta dig.
I think we should have.
Do you get the fucking dig thing yet?
I don't get the dig thing.
I don't get that.
I think we should change it.